Welcome to another car edition of Coffee with Carrie. I've already had regular cup of decaf, which that's what I drink, this morning at about 4 a.m. and got my latte already. Stopped at one of my favorite coffee shops in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, because traveling again. Most of you know that I think I said I've traveled a lot for my job and meet with people and such, but today I am on the road driving from Minnesota to South Dakota and then to Colorado because my daughter, my youngest, is moving there. I guess indefinitely. I don't know. Wherever God leads her, I guess is where she'll go. So, but as I'm getting up this morning and getting going, and we left the house at like 4:15, and just kind of been sitting here thinking, this is my thinking time, this driving time. I was just thinking about like my journey with my daughter. She's 22. She's my youngest. My journey with my youngest daughter has been like no more interesting than my other journeys with my other three children. But by far, she's probably the most like me. So to watch her kind of grow into this little human being who's not so little anymore. I'm now actually the smallest of my family. All of my children have gotten taller than me. I'm not like super short, but my daughter's got me by an inch, and she reminds me. And she's the shortest of my four kids. So, but her growth has been like an interesting journey. And so as I've been thinking back about journeys, the one I'm on, the one you and I are on every day, whatever journey you're on, it's the fact that I think like this could be a really sad time for me, and I'm probably gonna cry later. Not now. Right now I'm enjoying it. I'm in the moment. But joy in the journey. Like I think that's like a motto I would like to incorporate into like everyday life, or I try to. But joy in this journey, and part of me is, like I said, is glad that she's having this experience, and then I can do it with her, because I'm kind of able to arrange my schedule and say, yeah, I'll drive to Colorado with you on Thursday and be home by Sunday. I'd love to stay there and hike longer or do something there aside from just move and stuff, and we'll do a little bit of that. But yes, I'd love to do this journey with you. So, and thinking back on her, like this is my daughter who is, I said, kind of like the same characteristics as me. So she's like a motivated person. She's determined. She's kind of like on task. She's scheduled. She's got a pretty demanding job. So do I. We're very stubborn. But all of these, qualities, like she's persistent, all these things are things that God has used in her to put her in the position, that she is now, and to put her in the space where she can pick up and move from Minnesota to Colorado. And so I'm using this time to like just be grateful. And I'm actually kind of sad. I wish we could ride in the same car together because this would be like 14 hours of laughing and joking or taking a nap or whatever we're gonna do. But like I feel like I'm a little bit being robbed just because I'm missing that camaraderie piece. And obviously this car is full to the hilt. I have a trailer on the back. My snowmobile trailer has her mattress and bed frame and a couple of larger totes and her desk and all that kind of stuff. And then she's got an SUV as well, and that is busting at the seams. And we didn't even get everything in. When she comes home for Thanksgiving, she's got a couple little pieces of furniture she's going to have to throw in the back as she goes home. So it was unfortunately not possible for us to drive together today. So part of me misses that. We've talked on the phone a couple of times as we drove because it was dark. I was getting tired. I'm like, okay, I need you to talk to me. Daylight now, it's better. Had my cup of coffee. There could be another one in my future. A couple hours down the road, I'll be okay. Where's the next coffee shop? I need some sugar or something. But like, I want to enjoy this time. It's if I just focus on getting there, getting her settled, I get one day to hike, then I got to drive home. I feel like I'm going to miss it. Like I'm not going to enjoy parts of it that would be really important. In fact, my husband and I were on this road, well, I think early July we went to South Dakota. And I remember this. We exited off to this rickety little gas station. We weren't buying gas. We just needed to use the bathroom. But just a little hole in the wall place. Didn't even look like it had been like used. Like there's hardly anybody there. So we used the bathroom, and there's this little old guy behind the till. He looked like he must have been mid-70s or more. Like he was pushing it for age, being there by himself. And so we just started to have a quick conversation with him because I felt bad, like using the bathroom and leaving. Like there's nobody else around buying gas or in the store. And I happened to notice these little bags of stuff on the counter. And I'm like, what are these? It was just like homemade treats, it looked like Rice Krispie bars and those Golden Graham ones, you know, with the stuff in them, and like the Chex Mix ones, and like Cheerios with like M&Ms, and like grandma bars, I'm gonna call them. And I asked him, I said, well, what are these here? And he's like, oh, my 90-year-old mother, she loves to make that stuff, and you know, she likes to sell them here. And they were super cheap, but we bought a few of them. And my husband and I just munched on them as we continued to drive. But I thought to myself, if I could find that spot again and just stop in there and take a pause, enjoy the little bit of conversation with that old guy, and maybe there'll be more grandma treats on the counter. Like I would like to pause and do that, not just blast through. I know we got a lot of miles to go, but like where can we stop and make memories? What else can we do? You know what I mean? This is a really long, boring drive. Sorry, South Dakota, but your I-90 is boring. A lot of miles, not a whole lot to see. Thank God you can do like 85, you know? But like, what else can we do that's just fun to make this a little bit more memorable? So I guess that was my thought today. I was actually listening to a song as I'm driving that's by Brandon Lake. It's called That's Who I Praise. And unfortunately I can't have it playing while I'm videoing because my phone doesn't want to do two things at once. It doesn't want to play my Spotify and do video. But I'll add the link in the comments below. But I love the song because it talks about the God who I serve and who he is. And he's a mountain moving, you know, highest of names. He can do anything. He can make miracles. He can keep the lions' mouths shut, you know, with Daniel and lions, that he can do anything. And so I just pray that over my kiddo, you know, that God that I've seen work so many times in my life, who I maybe in my younger years questioned, you know, like, okay, what is this all about? But now have no doubts at all that he is who he says he is, and he can move earth and sky and mountains to do things in my life. Obviously sometimes when I pray for things the answer is no, but he'll work his plan in my life. Like he knows what he's doing. He's in control. He's got this. I pray, I move forward, I enjoy the little moments I get, and then I let him do his thing, because he can do anything and everything. That's who I praise. And so I love that song. It's one of his new ones, I think. So enjoy it. I'll put it in the link down below. But that was my thoughts this morning as I was driving. I'm like, you know, this is a time to kind of pause and think. Obviously take a break check for me, because youngest kid moving out of the house, well, a second time, gone to college, and then she came back, and then she moved out again, and then she came back. But this time feels final. Like after this, I don't think she's moving back in with mom and dad. So I'm going to hang on to that promise as well. I praise a God who can meet my need, who can comfort me in my sorrow when that happens. I'm sure there'll be a few tears here that'll come, and I'm also going to be excited for it. But like, he can do anything, and he can meet me anywhere, and I'm just going to hang on to that. So whoever needs to hear that today, I hope you find some joy in your journey. Might come from some unexpected places, but it's there. It's always there. God provides it. He will be there. He will meet you, and you can find joy in your journey if you're looking for it. So I pray that for all of you today.